She was in a wheelchair, fed through a tube, told she had leukemia, muscular dystrophy, seizures, and the mental age of a child. But Gypsy Rose wasn't sick, her mother was. And when the truth became too much to bear, Gypsy made a deadly choice to finally take her life back. Dee Dee claimed her daughter had dozens of illnesses, most of them made up. She shaved Gypsy's head to mimic chemo. She forced her into a wheelchair despite her being able to walk. She was hitting her, burning her, keeping her restrained. Then she started to make up illnesses, steal money, and claim her daughter needed expensive, unnecessary surgery. Dee Dee agreed, and Gypsy invited him over on June 14th. I haven't been honest with anyone, not even myself. I take everything back. Please forgive me. Love, Gypsy. She confessed to leading the boyfriend, Nicholas Godijon, into the house. She told them about the fight and how she wanted her mother dead. Others thought she was a manipulator who used her mother's illness to con people out of money. But doctors believed Dee Dee had Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a condition where a caregiver fakes or causes illness to control someone else. Softly spoken true stories, real, haunting, and never forgotten. By all accounts, Gypsy was abused. And when she finally had a chance to speak up, she did. It was the first time Gypsy had ever been allowed to speak freely. 2015. She unlocked the front door and Nicholas Godijon slipped inside. While Dee Dee slept, he got into bed with her. Then he began to stab her multiple times. And it worked. Doctors believed her. The surgeries went ahead, but none of it helped. Gypsy was still in pain. She fed her through a tube when she didn't need one. She told doctors her daughter had tubes in her arms when she didn't, and she even had Gypsy's teeth removed unnecessarily. Gypsy Rose Blanchard was raised by her mother, Claudine Dee Dee Blanchard. And slowly but surely, Gypsy began to realize the truth. She wasn't sick, she was strong, and she wasn't a child. She was a teenager being held in her own home. To outsiders, Dee Dee was a devoted single mom caring for her severely ill daughter. They received free housing from the church. They received charitable donations and even a trip to Disney World. He understood her like no one else ever had. And soon they were planning a future together, but there was one small problem. Gypsy lived with her mother and she couldn't get out. But behind closed doors, Gypsy's life was a carefully constructed lie. She isolated her only child, forged her documents, lied to her doctors, scheduled home health aides who did nothing. Looking back, she would come to learn that her mother had been abusing her since birth. Then Gypsy met a boy online. They started talking. They began flirting. And before long, she found herself falling in love, so she hatched a plan. She asked her mother for permission to meet her new boyfriend. When the sun came up, Gypsy posted this message on her mother's Facebook account. Police arrived at the house later that morning and took her into custody. In the end, Gypsy was sentenced to 10 years in prison for second-degree murder. Nicholas Godijon received life without parole. Now, after hearing this case, people were divided. Some believe Gypsy was a victim of years of medical abuse at the hands of her mother. In 2023, Gypsy was granted parole. She was free in every sense of the word. She was silenced. And when she finally spoke up, it was with blood. This has been Dark Motives. Subscribe for more.